Here in Hamilton County, road improvements are taking place and on the calendar. Nathan Janeway is the county's Director of Development Services under County Mayor Weston Wamp. Lee Helton is a Hamilton County Commissioner. Nathan, Commissioner, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Nathan, give us an overview of all these improvements.
The county's experienced unprecedented growth really over the past 5-6 years. Lots of housing just booming out in the unincorporated parts of the county, which has put stress on a lot of our roads, sewers, and every other type of infrastructure that was really not originally designed to handle some of the loads and some of the capacity that it's seeing now. So this administration, along with this commission, has made it a priority over the past couple of years to allocate funds for infrastructure projects. And some of those include some of the larger well-known roads like Hunter Road, Standiford Gap, East Brainerd Road out towards Appison. Now we're also looking at the other side of the river, Gann and Thrasher roads, as well as a project to help improve flow up on Signal Mountain into the middle and high school.
And what progress have we seen so far?
So all of these infrastructure projects are cumbersome and a lot slower than I think most of the public would like, but we're in design on a couple of the projects, and then specifically out on East Brainerd Road where a developer is helping with that project. That one's getting underway as we speak.
And Commissioner, talk more about how this is impacting the people you represent.
Well, I represent East Brainerd and Appison, and quite frankly, that's where I think the growth really happened first. We were the heaviest hit, so we're the furthest behind. The project he was referring to, the one that's under design phase right now, will be the largest capacity improvement in the county's history. We have developers partnering alongside county government to help pay for it, which is unprecedented. It's the first time that that's happened. Nobody's really asked before. They came alongside us to do these improvements. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a problem as it's occurring, but it's going to happen. It should have happened years ago, but you have to start where you're at.
And what are some of the things that you have been learning so far, what you've been hearing from people so far as you've been in this design process and getting started on getting started?
From what I've heard from constituents, it's been overwhelmingly positive. This is really the first time we're almost at $20 million of road improvement dollars over the last couple of years. And again, that's really unprecedented in Hamilton County history from a public infrastructure perspective when it was relating to just capacity adding, safety improvements, and that kind of thing on county roads. Overwhelmingly positive is what I've heard from constituents.
Everyone's excited to have it done. However, they're unhappy during the process. We've had a sewer infrastructure project going over the last year through East Brainerd Road, which is kind of a one-way in, one-way out situation. It's been very difficult, and we've had 2 other road projects that are smaller going on out there as well. People are ready for things to get wrapped up before we do a heavier project, a heavier lift. But at the end of the day, they're excited. Like I said, we should have done some of this stuff 10 years ago or more, but they're ready.
And how does Hamilton County and this push stack up with other counties around us? When this is all done, then where do we stand relative to other counties around us when it comes to roads?
It's interesting. I think the most comparative are probably other Tennessee counties. The ones directly around us probably are in a similar boat to where we're at, and they probably allocate even less money than we do currently towards capacity adding type projects. Some of the ones that are probably better aligned would be like Williamson County, around sort of the bigger metropolitan areas that have experienced more of that growth. Bradley County is probably similar, but still on a much smaller scale than us. But just from a number of projects, the Georgia counties are actually probably closer on a number of projects per year type of scenario, but they have a SPLOST funding that helps them fund those projects every year. It's a special option sales tax, which we don't have access to. So obviously, eventually, if we continue this pace up, we'll have to find some recurring funding to keep this pace up, but I think we anticipate trying to accomplish that maybe with the help from the state legislature over the next couple of years.
Talk about what variables that the county is navigating when it comes to cost. Of course, a couple of years ago, we had the pandemic and all the concerns about supply chains. We've had tariffs in the news the past few months. We have headlines from around the nation and around the world. Some of these things can impact cost when it comes to projects like these.
You could probably speak closer to what building costs have done over the past couple of years, but I'll just say from a county government perspective, we share statewide contracts. We're a division of state government in the county. And so we get access to some of these larger contracts on materials that other builders or developers may not get access to. And so our costs, they stay more static than your average local builder might. But we certainly have seen those fluctuations. It does feel to me like it's leveled out some probably over the past 12 to 24 months.
He's absolutely right. We do get a better deal because of scale on our materials, but at the end of the day, the projects have to be done. We need to do them while we have the money. Waiting around for prices to come down is not a way to be successful.
And for people who want to keep up on these improvements, where can they go online?
We've got a great comms team that posts all these things as they come through. You'll see it on our social media. The commissioners also share it on their social media, and we always send out press releases to local media outlets. We also have a newsletter that we send out regularly you can keep up with too.
All right, Nathan, Commissioner, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.